What up, what up, what up, party people? Welcome back. Another Wednesday here in December 10th, 2025. Welcome to the Opps SportsCast. I got the whole crew with me today. We got a whole lot to talk about, even some stuff that have just recently dropped. I don't know, we'll probably cover this in the roundup. There's developing news out in Michigan. And so we might even get into that. But of course, we're going to talk all things football that happened this past week. Is it time to bury some teams? And unfortunately, my Colts is among them. We're going to be talking about the second base edition as well, as we do every single week. We take a different position, and we try to take our top three at that position all time. Also, we're going to be addressing Odell Beckham Jr.'s comments from the past week, where he was talking about $100 million is just simply not enough to live on. And so we'll be digging into that a little bit as well, as getting into MLB hot stove and some of the crazy transactions. It's my last day, guys, to wear the Pete Alonso Mets jersey, and I'm very upset about that. Today and the last 2 days have been a very disappointing day for us in Mets land. And so maybe I'm going to rant and rave. You'll have to stay tuned to find out. But first, let me introduce the starting lineup. To my left, we have
Josh from Eastside.
Yeah, and immediately below,
It's your boy Big Zeke.
and last but certainly not least,
What's up, everybody? It's Dave in the cut.
yeah. Good evening. Good evening. Yeah.
What's up,
So
man? What's up? I couldn't wait for this show, bro.
really,
Wait, Daddy.
Good topics.
bro, I could wait. I could wait. This is not the kind of show I envisioned having, week one of the NFL season. Not that I even thought the Colts were going to be relevant this deep into the season, because I actually didn't have that high expectations. But then they built me up, and then the Achilles snaps. And I'm just there like, oh man. We were in a bad losing streak, and then it was just, well, hey, when does basketball or baseball season start? My immediate thought was, when does baseball season start? And then immediately the next day, the Mets lose Edwin Diaz, and I'm furious. I'm just there like, oh, forget it. And so it's been a rough week for you. It's been a rough week for your boy
I wish
Peasy,
we had
man.
closed caption on that.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, but let's talk about let's just get into a little bit about the Colts. We won't stay too long on that, fellas. Um, at least I hope not. At least I hope,
Dave, he's ready to
You
get
won't stay too long on that.
bro. Is it 2027 yet or 2026 yet? I'm just done, bro. But the Colts not only lost two games in a row to division rivals, they lost last week to Houston. They lost this week to Jacksonville. Two very important games. If they had any hope of winning the division, but it was the way that they lost to Jacksonville, losing their starting quarterback to an Achilles tear. He's done for the season. And of course, their backup quarterback, who was originally projected to be the starting quarterback for us this season, are heralded not rookie anymore. Anthony Richardson, of course, in practice, he damages his eye orbital socket, and he's done for the season pretty much as well. So, who should the Colts call on?
That is the best comment.
Cry me a river. Philip Rivers is who they call on. That is facts. They call on Philip Rivers to fill the shoes of Indiana, formerly Indiana Jones. He's back to Danny Dimes at this point, bro. Formerly Indiana Jones, Philip Rivers. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. And I don't know that the Colts have any idea of what to do next. I don't. What I would just.
Bro.
I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this, and I'm going to let you have the floor, Dave. Why not just start Riley Leonard? He looked great in the preseason. I was like, before I knew Daniel Jones was what he was, and I was looking at Riley Leonard in the preseason, I was there like, man, I'd rather have Riley Leonard than Anthony Richardson. But that's more to say about my faith in Anthony Richardson, having seen him play for my team the last couple of years. It's just been terrible. So I was there like, let's roll the dice with Leonard. What's the worst that can happen? But Philip Rivers, bro, Dave. Philip Rivers?
Phillip Rivers, daddy. That's where we're at, man. That's where we at right now. You know,
Oh my goodness.
They asked Phillip Rivers, they said, so how much you weigh right now? He said, does it really matter? He's like, because I'm not running away from anybody anyway.
Mm.
So that pretty much sums up the continuation or the ending of our beloved Colts season. We are
That
not
is a
running
wrap.
away. We are not running away from anybody with anything right now, bro. We're not. And who do I blame for all of this? Who do you think I
You
blame for all of this, Chris?
Peasy.
You know, Chris, I'm going to let you off the hook tonight.
What?
I am. I blame one Christopher Ballard.
I see
That's
what you did there. I see what you did there. You had me concerned for a minute. Okay, I got you.
Thought your whole government was
yes,
coming, didn't you?
yes.
Yeah.
So uh, I don't know if you guys watched the last episode, but it's head on a spike season for me, right? I'm in that type of mood this time of year because the winter the winter meetings are going on right now for MLB. We're doing absolutely nothing right now, okay? And so who's the next easiest target? It's Chris Ballard. Chris Ballard has done nothing for Colts fans, for our roster. Chris, I know you like to give our organization a lot of credit for doing things the right way. Why in the world were we not looking for a quarterback immediately after Anthony Richardson got hurt, right? We should have been looking for a third string option, right? Then Daniel Jones injures his fibula, not the tibia, the fibula, right? Leg bone. It doesn't matter. It sucks either way because he can't walk. He's back there getting his best Brian Leftwich imitation on back in the pocket, and we're going nowhere fast. They saw that dude was in trouble, man, and the way that he was going gingerly on his leg, I just knew he was going to tear his Achilles. I told you guys the week before. I think 3 weeks ago I said he's going to mess up his Achilles, and we had no plan in place for when that man tore his Achilles. So, here's the thing. I said this last week. As Christian men, we're not really supposed to believe in jinxes, so that's why I'm really letting you off the hook, Peasy. The whole Peasy jinx thing, that was just good fodder for views and whatnot. Uh, you're not buying it, Zeke.
One
Ah,
hundred
Nah,
percent
man,
his fault.
The Peasy jinx was real, bro. But I'm letting you off the hook, and I'm letting you off the hook because Ballard really, really put us in a bad position by not getting us a quarterback. Here we are. We got the third string quarterback that we drafted, what, fifth round, and this guy is hurt. So we are just, man, we're done. We cooked. I said enough. We're done.
Well, it was fun while it lasted. Thank you, Indianapolis Colts, for a fun ride for at least the first, what was it, 6, 7 weeks? We had a good 6, 7 weeks. We were the talk of the town. So thank you, Colts, for 6, 7 good weeks of football. But we are gonna raise the flag and white flag and cry mercy on this season. Play the trumpets. Bum, bum,
Nah,
bum, bum,
Speaking
bum,
of
bum.
trumpets, Timmy Trumpets, is he going to LA with Edwin Diaz?
Yes, Zeke, he's going to LA. He's going
Okay.
to LA.
Sorry.
And we're
Had
going
to
to
get
talk
that in
about
there.
that too. We're going to talk about that.
mm.
But,
hey, wasn't he the
Z-
reason they bought Grimace in too? Who was responsible for Grimace, man?
bro, that's because I like this comment. But that's because Zeke only got his head showing. He got no neck. Look at him. He got no neck.
Oh,
He looked like
see,
this, but he look
Zeke,
I got no neck, and you got no chance at the NL East. You got no first baseman. You got no closer.
You got no
You
quarterback.
got no quarterback.
We got no quarterback.
Now
Uh,
we just brought Dave into this.
we're just having fun, fellas. All right. Well, let's talk about some. Let's go to a bright spot.
Zeke's been
I would say a bright spot in the NFL this past week, and the talk of the town in the NFL landscape has to be none other than who we thought on this podcast during the NFL draft was going to be the first pick of the draft, and we sat there and we waited. Shador Sanders, my
Yeah.
man, balled out, absolutely balled out. Three passing tutties and a rushing tutty. And not for nothing, one of those touchdowns came in the fourth quarter in one of those gotta have it moments. He goes down, he throws the game should have been tying touchdown. They needed a 2 point conversion. And of course, his coach pulls him off the field to go for two. And it was just the most pathetic, too. Like, if you're going to do that, then do that with your chest, man. Don't try no gadget or trick play. Run that ball up the middle. You got your big guys up there. Just if you're gonna just run it and try to run it, just run it. Why are you trying to throw the football or double hand off the football? That just makes no sense because they know a running play is coming. Like to me, that was just the most pathetic excuse for another pathetic franchise. And to me, this was my takeaway. We gonna see Deion Sanders coaching the Cleveland Browns next year. You heard it here first. Deion Sanders. Deion Sanders is coaching the Cleveland Browns. That was why Stefanski didn't want Shador to succeed because he knew it threatened his job. But now he's coaching like a straight up bum. Hello. Hello, job opening. Hello, job opening. What was your takeaway from that whole Shador experience? And are you on this train as well? Let me throw it to you, Josh.
Yeah, I mean, again, I think we talked about Shador plenty on this podcast, and I wish him nothing but luck. I hope that he overcomes all the adversity. I hope that he thrives. I hope that he plays and actually gives Cleveland something to hope for because the past, I don't know, 20 years for the Cleveland Browns has not been anything to um, brag about. And so, hopefully he can ball out. But I mean, yeah, coaching definitely is. There's got to be some changes in that front office and with the coaching. They got to be able to build around Shador and give him weapons. I think right now he has some decent weapons, um, but they're going to have to truly set him up for success. And the only way that they're going to do that is if they invest into their coaching and into their front office and into that line, that O line. They got to protect him. They got to give him time. He's not going to be able to scramble forever. He's not going to be able to run forever. So yeah, I could see some changes coming to the coaching staff, but I doubt it's going to be his dad. I'm sorry, Chris. I don't believe that.
Zeke, I saw you nodding your head like crazy. You don't like my conspiracy theory?
Heck no. And not just because it came from you. Dion would not sabotage Shadur's career like that. Coaching him
No.
in college is one thing, but coaching him in the NFL, I mean, that's Dion's like the anti-LeBron. That sounds like something LeBron would do. Like, oh, Ronnie's here. Oh, I gotta coach him. Nah, this Dion's gonna stay as far away from Shador as possible in the NFL. He's gonna be there as a supporting father. That's it. I don't see Dion wanting to coach his son in the NFL at all.
Hmm. I don't see why not. But all right, looks like I'm outvoted on that. You too, Dave,
Okay,
huh?
you don't see
Yeah.
the
Same. All
possible
right.
the possible fallout of him like coaching his son in the NFL and them not succeeding. Like it's just would be like it was in college. They thought Shador was the quarterback just because Dion was there. It didn't matter how well Shador played on the field. So it's going to be amplified. Whatever scrutiny they got in Colorado is going to be even worse in the NFL. Dion wouldn't do that to Shador. He's not that
Bro, I
selfish.
mean,
He
it's the
had his coming
Cleveland
off in the
Browns.
NFL.
A successful season in Cleveland is what, 6 wins? Just be real.
No, a successful season in Cleveland with Dion as the coach and Shadur as the quarterback needs to be more than the status quo successful season in Cleveland. Dion's gonna let Shadur do what he does. Dion's gonna sit on the
Oh, I
sideline. He's
like
gonna
that
support his
comment.
son. Huh?
Look at that comment. Bill
What, Bill
Belichick going
Belichick?
back to where his coaching career started with the Cleveland Browns.
Nah, he's got something to prove with Tar
Yeah,
Heels.
Yeah.
he's got enough on his hands in North Carolina. I don't think he's gonna bail that quick.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Zeke,
would be
finish
anti-Shador
your
too.
point though, Zeke. I wanted to hear what you were saying though about with Dion, the expectation with Dion and Shador.
Yeah, they would have to darn near win the Super Bowl. They could get all the way to the Super Bowl and lose, and the scrutiny would be insane. And even if they won the Super Bowl, if they didn't win by enough, or Shador threw an interception in the first quarter, but then balled out for the rest of the game, there's nothing that they would be able to do as a father son coach quarterback duo that wouldn't bring way too much scrutiny. It's not worth the headache. Dion is going to support Shador as a father. He's going to pray for his son to get through whatever time he has to spend in Cleveland. Ball out as much as you can. Right now, I see the beginning of his career. This time in Cleveland is an audition for the rest of the league. And when he can get out of there, he's on the first thing smoking out of Cleveland.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That's a fair take. All right. Well, let me get into this because this is probably. I mean, we won't dig too much into the NFL, but we'll jump into this a little bit. Um, couple key losses this week. Chiefs lose. Ravens lose. Cowboys lose. My
Here,
question for the panel:
here it comes.
Whoa,
Are we
you
are
forgot
we re-
somebody.
Yeah. Well, Colts lose. We already buried them. We waved the
No,
white
not
flag, bro.
them.
He ain't talking about that. He's
We
talking
we
about
gonna we gonna get to them. We gonna get to them. Eagles
Okay,
lose.
okay. Just make
We
sure. Make
gonna
sure we do.
Oh,
God.
we gonna get to them, Zeke. Don't worry. But
Okay.
my question for the
Wait till we
panel
get to
is:
the playoffs, right?
Chiefs, Ravens, Cowboys. Are you guys ready to bury those teams? One, some, all.
um,
Josh, let me know. Any of those
All.
teams you want to bury?
All. Barry Mo.
Mess it all.
just like that, huh?
That's it. That's it.
Zeke.
Not until they're mathematically eliminated. But listen. I've been saying it week in and week out. I'm not gonna bet against Patrick Mahomes. I'm not
Yeah.
until there is no possible way for him to make the playoffs and make a run to the Super Bowl. I'm not betting against him. If I had to pick one of those teams, it would probably be the Cowboys. Um, simply because that they need too much help. Like even if they went out, they need too much help to make that run to take the division. I don't know if Philly's gonna give them that help.
But at
Um,
this point, the Chiefs do too. Chiefs need a
I
lot
understand.
of help.
I understand, but if I had to choose between Patrick Mahomes making that run with his team and Dak making the run with his team, I mean, CD with his concussion and George Pickens kind of disappeared in that game, that last game they played, and the defense is like Jekyll or Hyde. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what defense we're gonna get. So yeah, I mean, I haven't looked at the schedule because I'm counting down to spring training. Pitchers and catchers report in February, like a week after the Super Bowl. Can't wait. But I mean, there's too much right has to happen for the Cowboys to make that run. And I know the other two teams you mentioned have that steep uphill climb, but I have more faith in them than I do in the Cowboys.
Uh, Josh answered fast. Dave, what do you got, bro? All three buried them.
Um, I'm very concerned about the Ravens. Very concerned about the Ravens. But because Dak needs so much help, Dak has been balling, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you, man, like there's been some quarterbacks playing ball, right? But if you really look at it, so like if I feel like Hurts hasn't really he hasn't had a great year. He hasn't had an MVP year, right? Josh Allen to me, he hasn't had an MVP year. Of course, Mahomes hasn't. To me, man, Dak Prescott has had an MVP year. If they were just winning more games, I feel like the way he's been balling, like the come behind wins have been ridiculous, but his accuracy in utilizing the weapons that he does have, I just think he's really been balling out. But with that being said, with CD Lamb being out and him just having Pickens I don't see them lasting. I think that magic runs out. So if it's anybody, I think it would be the boys. I think the boys.
They're
I'm
done.
not counting Mahomes and them out only because they're like a I don't know, they're like a mongoose backed into a corner, man. It's like,
When
their
they're most
backs and their
dangerous.
pride are up against it this week. And somebody said if they lose this week, they're like mathematically out of it. I don't know if I believe that or not, but I can't count out the Chiefs, man. They just because it's just the Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Dallas. I think Dallas with the Ravens like right behind them. But I'm not counting out the Chiefs.
Hey Dave, I'm,
I,
I'm
I,
glad you made those comments about the quarterback play because if I would have said it, it would have just been looked at as Cowboys bias, Eagles hate. But I mean, Dakota is leading the league in QBR, and that not passer rating, QBR, which
Yeah,
takes in the totality of a quarterback's play and his impact on the game. He's leading the league. Um,
Jordan Love is right there, point 4 behind him.
that's cool. Jalen Hurts is nowhere near it.
That's
Um,
okay. I wasn't talking about Jalen.
so I mean, Dakota's playing fantastic ball. A lot of his incompletions are bouncing off his receivers' hands or their chest or their face mask. Like eh, a lot of these catches should have gone the other way. A lot of these drops could have been touchdowns. A lot of these games could have been flipped on their head if he had more consistency from his receivers. So, but yeah,
got it.
I'm glad you made those comments because when I said it a few weeks ago, y'all said I was crazy.
Can we all
okay,
just get
so
You
along,
want to
guys?
against them?
Can we get along
Absolutely,
tonight?
absolutely. Let's get on.
so here's the thing: is that the time is running out for the Ravens, but out of all those teams, I think the Ravens probably got the best chance to still make the playoffs. And if I was a betting man, I would still be betting on the Ravens to make the playoffs.
They got to
But
win their
they're probably
division.
going to have to do it not as a wild card. They're probably going to have to do it winning the division and taking out the Pittsburgh Steelers, which is very possible. The Steelers' next 4 games, they play the Dolphins, they play the Lions, they play the Browns, and then they play the Ravens. Now, the scary thing for the Ravens, which is why the time is getting short, is they not only have to beat them in that last game. I would think that they would probably have to win maybe 2 out of the next 3 and hope that the Steelers only win 1 out of the next 3. But when they play the Dolphins and the Browns as well as the Lions, that sounds like at least 2 wins to me. But would you be surprised if the Dolphins take out the Steelers this next week? Personally, I would not.
Not
And
at
so
all.
that's why I got the Ravens having a really, really good shot to still pull this thing off, although they have a tough road, which was actually going to bring me to my next point, which was their next 3 Bengals are a feisty group with Joe Burrow back. That's not an easy win. The Patriots and Green Bay Packers, and then they got the Steelers. That's a tough road for the Ravens. But if you want to make the playoffs, you're probably going to need to win 2 out of those next 3, and then also beat the Steelers to have any shot, at all. And that's not feeling very likely because guys, for all those out there that were hating on the Chiefs and hating on Mahomes being the dynasty, man, I'll be honest with you, man. I would rather have the Chiefs than the return of the New England Patriots because I cannot stand the Patriots at all. Sorry, Chris, if you're listening out there. I cannot stand him at all. But Dave
Dude,
was talking
Brady's
about,
gone, Belichick's gone. Let it go.
bro, Dave's over here talking about Dak Prescott has a chance to win MVP. Bro, he's not winning it over my man Drake May. The dude is balling out, and his team has a winning record. If anyone's going to get an MVP and it was those two as finalists, I'm sorry, man. I gave Dak his flowers last week. I'm not throwing shade. I'm not throwing hate on Dak. He's not beating that kid. That
So
kid is
listen,
balling.
you're not throwing shade and you're not hating on Dak. But a third thing you're not doing clearly is listening, because I said that Dak hasn't won enough games to warrant the MVP. He's
But
been
he's playing
balling.
MVP. He didn't say he was the MVP. He's saying
I
he's
did
playing
not.
MVP ball.
Right.
He's
So
playing.
So,
He's playing good. He's playing even better than good.
so when we did the
But the
quarterbacks,
problem is
like weeks
can we
weeks
not
ago, when
have the
we did the
Patriots be
quarterbacks,
good?
right? We did the MVP quarterbacks weeks ago, and we said, who do we think would could be MVP? I said Bo Nix. I mentioned Drake. I believe mentioned Drake May, but I also had Dak. I was riding. I was like, all right. I think I was on the train for Dak. I was like, okay, let's. But I had Bo Nix in there because Bo Nix was balling. And no, I feel like it would come down to, if they were smart. I feel like it would come down to Bo Nix and Drake May.
I think Bo Nix has zero shot. I do not think he's had that great of a season at all. And
Who?
so to me,
So what other quarterbacks, the popular quarterbacks, right? Lamar, Josh Allen, Patrick
this is one
Mahomes.
of those years where maybe a
Stafford.
non-quarterback has a shot to win it. But if you want like AFC like candidates, is what you talking about, Dave? The only two AFC candidates that I think have a legitimate shot to win the MVP this year is Drake May and Miles Garrett. Only two on the AFC.
What?
Okay,
I don't
so
know how you guys are overlooking Josh Allen. Have you guys been watching the games in which how they've been playing and winning? Like for
Bro,
real, honestly,
I'm so
honestly,
sick of
have,
Josh Allen.
have you not?
Actually, I haven't. I don't watch the Bills.
Right, that's very clear because he's
I
been
think I watch him
playing.
too much,
He's
bro.
been he's been playing. His team has been horrible, and literally, he has been a one-man wrecking crew. He is
I mean,
you're
that's
scoring
absolutely
cool.
right on
for
that.
the
Nobody
team.
You're
cares.
absolutely right on that.
Not only is he scoring for the team, but he's winning for the team, and he's putting them on his back.
The
Cool.
Literally,
problem with that,
literally.
Josh, is this: is that you're absolutely right. He is the reason they're winning games, but he's also been the reason that they've lost the games that they lost because he's trying to be Superman.
Yeah,
If
man.
he had a team behind him, he wouldn't have to have all those turnovers that he's had in all those games that I think dampen his chance to
He's literally
legitimately get the
setting
MVP.
records this year. He's literally setting records. I don't
Ah,
understand the concept
too
of being Superman.
inconsistent. Too
Not
inconsistent.
not only is he being Superman, but he's winning games. Like I really don't understand it. I don't understand the
Is he
logic.
gonna win enough
No,
games to surpass the Patriots?
I
no, I
don't
agree with
get it.
Lucito in the comments. Like, um, Josh Allen is the best quarterback. But here's the test. I don't think he's going to win the MVP. So I think this might be a more interesting question. If we, as a panel, believe that the Chiefs are done, the Ravens, I don't think that, but let's say the Ravens are done, then experienced quarterbacks in the AFC, Josh Allen is gone, Lamar Jackson is gone, Joe Burrow is likely gone. You got Aaron Rodgers. We fearing Aaron Rodgers, fellas? Probably
No.
not, right? All right. And then you got perhaps Trevor Lawrence or CJ Stroud, right?
CJ Stroud.
CJ Stroud. The Texans might make the
I know
playoffs.
who he is. I ain't fearing him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. And then you got Justin Herbert, right, who might make the playoffs. It's probably likely they probably will. And then you got Bo Nix. Josh Allen is the best quarterback remaining in the AFC, and he might be the best quarterback anyway. What does it say about the Bills if they can't leap that field this year without the obstacle of Mahomes and Lamar Jackson?
That's what I'm saying, man. So the opportunity is there, 100%. right? And they're not taking advantage of it. Every week in our fantasy football chat, we sit and we watch Lou, we watch Jason, we watch them dudes die a slow death every
Right.
week, right?
And they
Why?
win. And they
Huh?
win.
But the hold up,
And they win.
wow, no, they don't. Not all the time they
But
don't, man.
the Bills are winning. The Bills are winning. They're
Even
not.
when they
They
win,
don't
it
have a
feels like a
losing
loss.
record.
But the
Yes, it
thing about
does.
it is this,
Like they shouldn't
I
have won
said,
this.
and I
They
said
shouldn't have won
this
this
the other
past
week,
game.
bro. They do all of this stuff to get to the big game and just do nothing. It's like, when are they gonna get over the hump? Like, I don't
But
care what they
the
do in the
hump
regular
has
season.
been Mahomes and it has been Lamar Jackson and Burrow. What's Josh Allen's excuse for not being able to take his team and overcome the likes of Bo Nix, right?
A
Bo Nix
horrible
and Trevor
defense
Lawrence.
and no weapons. Like what
Drake
are you
May.
guys saying? A horrible defense and no weapons. What is it's like Josh Allen is the only thing. He's the only player on the Bills. Like what are we saying? NFL
We're
football is
saying that I
extremely
fear the
important.
worst. We're saying I
Football.
fear the worst.
All right,
That
fine.
New England Patriots might be back.
Fine. Put Drake May on the Bills. Are they winning? Are they having a winning record this year?
Put
No.
Drake May on the Bills.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
No, I
Oh
don't think
my
they're having a
god.
winning record. I don't think they're having a winning record. I think you're right.
Oh my gosh. Put Bo Nix on the Bills. Are they having a winning record? Put Dak Prescott on the Bills. Are they having a winning record?
Shut up.
Are
Next
you kidding
topic.
me? Are you
You
kidding
bugging.
me? I can't believe
Put Jalen Hurts on the Bills. Were they
they're
having a
not
winning
winning. They're
record?
not winning. I'll be honest. They're not winning. Josh Allen literally is scoring all the points for that team.
Bro,
Oh, what?
you put Josh Allen on the
Put
Eagles,
Josh
and that
Allen
team
on
might be undefeated, bro.
put Josh
Let's
Allen
just
on the
be real.
Cowboys.
My
Put Josh Allen
man,
on the Cowboys. They're winning.
of course, I lost. All right, well here we go. I'm back. All right, here's the thing. If Josh Allen was on the Eagles, they would probably be undefeated. And
Absolutely.
yes, it is time to talk about those Eagles because I only needed 11 points from Mr. Jalen Hurts to win my fantasy matchup in my other league. And the man had four turnovers,
Mm-hmm.
two on one play. He's the first player, I think, in NFL history I saw to have two turnovers on the same play. Fellas, what's our level of concern for the Eagles? Because he's sending coded messages now in his press conference that he's not happy with this offense.
Okay, so hold on a second. Tell me, what is the coded message? I need to hear this because I watched that press conference. Where's the coded message, Peasy?
But what did you think about it?
Because he said that he sat and he watched tape from years ago. Is that the part you're talking about?
He tried to diplomatically say that he was watching when they were good, right? Back when they had their offense rolling. Well, why don't you have your offense rolling now? What's the main difference? Because you got the same receivers, you got the same running back. What has changed on the offensive side? Josh, I'll throw that question to you.
It's called schemes.
There we go.
It's called using the weapons and running plays that benefit those weapons. It's all about the schemes right now. And 100%, I might agree with that statement right there. Eagles might be done. I don't believe they are going to contend for the Super Bowl. I want to have faith. I want to believe that my guys are going to overcome. But right now, with this offense, they're going to struggle when they come against a solid defense like the Broncos, a solid defense like the Rams, a solid defense like a couple other teams. I really don't think they have it in them to will it this year, unless something happens with the offensive schemes. And the reality is, this late in the season, I don't know if that's possible.
Barring injury, it does look like this is not the Eagles' year. It looks like this is becoming the Rams' year because they look deadly. Devontae Adams rejuvenated. Puka Nakua is still Pook. My man is otherworldly, and they look dangerous. I would have the Rams probably as the betting odds Super Bowl favorite. and then someone between the Broncos, the Patriots, and probably the Chargers are going to represent the AFC. Because I don't see how, to your point, Josh Allen could carry that team with that terrible defense to the Super Bowl and then to win it. But if he can, he will get all the flowers from me. The garden will be empty because I will have ripped all the flowers out to hand them to Josh Allen if he takes that team and wins the Super Bowl.
But like
But
last year, same exact situation. It was literally the same exact. He won MVP last year. Like, and I don't get,
Shouldn't have.
I, I don't get how we can say this year is any different with his playability and his carrying the team. Like, I don't understand how we don't compare apples to apples. I don't get that.
yeah, yeah.
I know
All
they're in
right.
different conferences, but who's balling harder, Stafford or Allen?
I mean, it's easier to ball harder. It's easy to ball like that when you have guys like Devontae Adams and Puka and a tight end core and solid run play and solid offensive line play and great defense. Like, I
Yeah,
honestly,
I'm gonna agree with Lucito on this, bro.
I
Like
honestly believe that
Stafford's
Josh
having a
Allen is
better
going to be
season.
better.
Stafford's having a
But
better season. Josh Allen, the way you worded your question, who's balling, right? That's what you said,
Yeah.
bro. It's Josh Allen, man. Come on now,
by
come on
far.
now. Josh, it's. I don't think it's even that close. Like, I mean, I'm not that blind. I understand that, like he puts the cape on and he's Superman. When he becomes Superman, he can't be stopped. If he's Superman, but you know how hard it is to be Superman for that many games in a row. No one can sustain that. Not even Josh. That's why they're losing. But that's why I think his MVP chances are very diminished because most quarterbacks, including Stafford, don't need to be Superman every single game. Josh Allen does, or his team loses, and so I think that's the big difference. Um, so like, yeah, I mean, Stafford's having the better season, but let's be honest, it's Josh Allen, and it's not close, bro. It's not close. Um,
All right. Well, you know.
The Rams and the Bills are one game away. Rams are 10-3. Bills are 9-4.
bro, and there's no receivers on the Bills better than their second wide receiver, Devontae Adams. You know what I mean? There's no receiver even close, and that's not even to mention Puka, who's probably one of the best receivers in all of football. Um, and I mean, James Cook is phenomenal. He's as good as Kyron Williams. I mean, but like, my goodness, like the man's got weapons there in LA.
Hmm.
So, all right, well, I
Well,
think
we'll do this. We'll see you. We'll see both of you undercover Bills fans back after the AFC Championship game, and we'll see if you're talking and whistling the same tune then. I highly doubt that you will be. You will be talking about if Josh only had this, if this
Saying it
person
won't.
only did this, the big game, they're not gonna win the big game.
No, I'm not saying they're going to win the big game. We're talking about MVP play.
I get it. But my father left this earth, bro, just wishing that Buffalo would win one of those Super Bowls, man. And they have let my family down for decades, and they will continue to do so. That's why.
bro, I go as far as to say I'd still give Josh Allen flowers if he could make the Super Bowl, let alone just to make it with that squad. That would be the equivalent of what LeBron James did with those early Cavaliers teams, where you look back on it and you're like, man, who was their second best player? You know what I mean? Or like Allen Iverson when he brought his team to the championship, and his second best player was like Eric Snow. You know what I mean? Like that would be the equivalent of Josh Allen bringing that team to the Super Bowl. He would get flowers from me personally. Because that's what I see when I look. I mean, that defense and the special teams is absolute
Oh, yeah.
basura. It is trash, bro. It is trash, and that needs to be addressed. And it could be coaching. I know Bills fans think it's coaching. They just need to get rid of the coach. But I think it may go even deeper than that. I think they need some draft picks up in there. Let's jump into our next
For
topic.
the coaches to screw up. It's the
Maybe the new
culture, bro.
stadium will turn things around.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you want to throw those comments up?
Yeah.
It said, Supa says, I don't want to make it. Uh, uh,
To the
it hurt
playoff.
more.
Yep.
That's like giving me a lollipop and then snatching it out of your mouth. That's facts though. That's facts though. But like, I mean, I think it would build Allen's legacy if he could have his Allen Iverson, Eric Snow moment, or LeBron James. I forget who was there was that early squad that LeBron James had where he had like a bunch of scrubs and he took them to the final with the Cavaliers. Um,
You ever see the
I,
meme? You ever see the meme for that?
what's the meme for that?
where where Brian had the do rag on and he had a cigarette hanging out his mouth. I'm gonna find it for y'all, man, and put it up. That's hilarious. You mentioned that. That's all I can think about.
Yeah. Yeah, but I
Uh,
mean, if you look at those early squads, the first teams that he took to the finals, like it was there, like man, he ain't win it. You can't blame him either. And I'm not no LeBron like fan like that, but like bro, he did his thing when he was back in the day. We could have a whole conversation about LeBron. We probably should too because the decline is epic this year. Um, but let's go ahead and jump into our second topic. It's what we got on the little bulletin. We're going to be
Dang, that
talking
was our
about,
first topic,
yeah, we're going to be talking
bruh.
about
I got a
all,
bedtime.
bro. You need to start keeping those comments to yourself, man. The audience is going to click off like blink, like, oh, he got a bedtime. So do I. Um,
They can
second
watch it
baseman,
tomorrow.
Z. You,
What are we doing? Second
I'm
base?
glad we ain't got no advertisers. They would have done dropped us off of that comment. All right, second base edition. Where's my music, Josh? Dun, 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 dun,
I don't have it.
dun. All-time second base edition. All right. Um, did you guys have a chance to like look up the all-time second baseman or something like that? You guys did your
Nope,
homework?
because we don't trust you anyway. Go for it.
Okay,
Who's the
cool,
first on the
cool.
list?
Cool. Well, I mean, all the talk before we get into the first one on the list has been the Hall of Fame, right? Hall of Fame made his vote. Last week we said we didn't think anyone deserved to make the Hall of Fame, and yet
Don't put him on this
someone was
list. Don't put
someone
him on
was
this
elected
list.
to the Hall of Fame. Zeke,
Next,
put him up on the list.
next.
Let's talk
Get him out
about
of here.
this year's and let's congratulate the first
Get him out
person
of
on this
here.
list for making
Pack
it
him
to
up.
the Hall of Fame as a second baseman. Yeah, Josh, throw the first name up on that list, none other than
Cut.
former Met, former Giant,
bye,
Pack him up.
bye.
Pack him
Jeff
up.
Kent.
Send him to
Fire
Davy
him,
Jones'
fire him right
locker.
into the
Next.
sun. He's out of there.
Jeff Kent.
Put him
He
into the
actually
sun.
won MVP one year, which
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't I
cool.
didn't realize.
Congratulations.
He won MVP, five-time All-Star, four-time
Nah.
Silver Slugger. Before we go
Mm-mm.
to the next slide,
Put him on
guys, how
God's
much
rock.
did it surprise you that he made the Hall of Fame?
Very much so surprised me that he made the Hall of Fame.
Now, clearly, you
I,
don't think he's worthy of selection on this list, but I think it's worth the conversation. Do you think he even belongs in a conversation like this?
I think so. For a long time, I was on the fence because yeah, he all time leader for second baseman and home runs. Blah blah blah. I don't. I don't think that merits you to get in the Hall of Fame. Like, okay, you hit a lot of home runs, but you look at the numbers, they're not Hall of Fame worthy. And I think the problem that Jeff Kent has with the problem I have with Jeff Kent getting to the Hall of Fame. First of all, he made it over Mattingly, he made it over Murph, Dale Murphy. For him to be the only one off of this list to get in, Carlos Delgado didn't get in. Mattingly didn't get in. Murph didn't get in. Clemens and Bonds didn't even get 5 votes, so they got to sit off the next ballot. They got to wait until I think it's 2031 Hopefully, some of these old fogies are done with their voting privileges, and we get some new blood on the panel to give these boys a shot to get in because they absolutely. All I kept hearing was, "Oh, he's the all-time leader for home runs by a second baseman. He absolutely needs to get in." Barry Bonds is the all-time everything leader. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Roger Clemens has the most Cy Youngs. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame. Pete Rose has the most hits. He needs to be in the Hall of Fame, but they're not. So just because he's the all-time leader for second baseman in home runs, that doesn't mean a whole lot to me. That's the only argument you have. Yeah, he won an MVP. Dale Murphy won two. Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame? Don Mattingly, for a stretch of time, I mean, before I even started caring about baseball, but I've heard stories that he was like the best player in the league for a stretch of time. Why isn't he in the Hall of Fame? I I, I don't get it. And then the narrative, like somebody pointed out how Jeff Kent and Barry Bonds had beef when they were in San Francisco, and how ironic is it that Jeff Kent's the one that's in the Hall of Fame? That just made me hate this selection even more. So, should he be in the Hall of Fame? No. Is he on my all-time second baseman list? Absolutely not. Dave, you got anything to add?
Nah, man, you said it perfectly. Pack
Cool.
that
Yeah.
bump up. Get him out of there.
All right, so we're getting them out of here. Now, you guys know from the last episode, I tend to value MVP awards very greatly because it says you were at least great. This next player had a very short career due to injuries, but when you look at the stats, a very high level for that short period of time. None other than
Bam!
Dustin Pedroia,
Petey.
MVP, Rookie of the Year, four-time All Star. He just he unfortunately he just had his career cut short due to all those injuries. But I mean, meteoric rise for the time
Unfortunately,
that he
he's
was
about to
there.
get his time cut short on this screen too, because he got to go.
All right, Afuera, off the
He didn't
list. I
even
didn't
say
think you
all
guys.
time,
We
my
spent
dude.
enough time talking about the NFL. We definitely ain't gonna give Pedroia no screen time.
Did you do another best second baseman of my time list?
Maybe. No, I'm just playing. Get it. Throw up the next one.
Bam!
Boom. None other than
God,
Jackie Robinson.
that's
This is
funny.
going to be interesting. Jackie Robinson, for those who don't know, the man was a monster. MVP, multiple 8 and 9 WAR seasons. Now, unfortunately, I don't believe back then they had gold gloves. And so there's nothing to that, that we can put on his resume. But the man has 1,500 career hits. Of course, he played in the Negro Leagues for quite a period of time. 141 batting average, 63 WAR, which actually is only about 5, 6 more WAR in his career than none other than Jeffrey Kent. Guys, are you keeping or are you cutting the legendary Jackie Robinson?
Go ahead, Zeke.
I'm keeping Jack. Um, the numbers don't wow you, but when you look at the impact that he had on the game and the era in which he played and the scrutiny and adversity that he had to overcome just to have a career in Major League Baseball, those numbers are that much more impressive. So yeah, I'm keeping him.
Dave, we keeping?
Jackie Robinson obviously did a lot for the game. He is the reason why all uh, baseball players, I don't say athletes, all black baseball players are now able to play in MLB. When we started this challenge here, we said that we were going to pick the best at their position. We didn't say we were going to pick the most popular. We didn't say we were going to pick the most influential. Jackie Robinson is an icon. He forever changed the game, but he is not one of the top three best second basemen.
Oh, wow. Okay, here we go.
He's not.
So, without knowing the rest of the names on this list, okay, are you keeping or cutting Jackie Robinson?
I am personally cutting Jackie Robinson as one of the
Oh,
best.
but you guys have to agree.
I'm a long time ago. I said Dave's memories were in black and white. I'm gonna defer to the historian on this one, and I hope that your trust in Chris doing whatever you think the right thing is with this list. I hope, yeah, I hope it pays off. But if you feel like we need to cut Jack, let's cut him.
Brother, I am going to drive you to the promised land in this challenge.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I
We
got you.
we're not at we're not at the steering wheel. We're in the back seat,
You are
hoping and
not.
praying.
I
That is
got
a
you.
very good point. You
I
are
got
not.
you.
He's gonna give us Robinson Cano and Jose Altuve and
I got you. Don't worry.
What? Robinson Cano is a beast, Mets legend. Okay, I'll have you know that.
Correct.
All right. Next on the list.
All right, we cut him. Here's number
It's one
4.
of the names when we talked about it after the recording last week. Was they're like, hey, what is the top second baseman that came to mind? These are some of the players that came to our mind instantly as all time best second baseman. And so the next few I had to put on the list because of that. Throw the next name up.
Bam.
Craig Biggio. Craig Biggio. Hall of Famer, obviously. 7-time All Star, 5-time Silver Slugger for the position, 4-time Gold Glove if you guys value defense at the position. Obviously he's in the 3,000 hits club, which is an exclusive club. Uh, Almost 300 home runs, fellas. As far as my lifetime, he's probably one of the best second basemen that I personally had the chance to witness. I know he tortured the Mets. You guys keep it or cut it.
And that's the problem. Herein lies the problem. Because we're seeing these guys that tortured the Mets, guys that you only saw, uh, you know,
Dave, well, let's not make this about me. Last week when we were
you
talking
just
about
made it
the
about you. You
second
just said
baseman,
talking about how you saw him
I'm
torture.
giving commentary. I'm
Oh,
giving
this
commentary.
is the
Last
guy
week
that I
when
remember,
we
man.
said, what's
You
the
made
guy?
it
No,
about you.
we all said, hey, what's the greatest second baseman? We said Jackie. We said Biggio.
Who
There's
is
one other name
we?
that's coming up here,
Who is we? I didn't say Jackie Robinson was one of the best
bro.
second basemen.
Bro, last week when we were having our discussion of the best second baseman, I don't know what names you mentioned. These are the names
Dave.
we mentioned.
Dave, I hate to do this to you, but I remember it vividly because you mentioned Jackie, and I said, "Oh yeah, he did play second base," because I remember him as a shortstop solely because of when I play MLB The Show. The first card they always put out of Jackie is at shortstop, and you
Yeah,
got to earn that second baseman card. You mentioned Jackie at second
we
base last
mentioned
week.
I
Exactly.
mentioned Jackie could be on the list because Chris is bringing out all of these whack
No, 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 no. See,
shortstops, and
see,
I'm
what's
like,
happening?
we
What's happening to the audience is Dave went and did his homework, and he was there like, okay, these are the best, not realizing that when we said on the spot, who's the
bro.
best second baseman, the people that he's probably ultimately going to pick, he didn't even remember. But anyways, y'all keeping it
What?
cutting.
Come on, man.
You didn't.
I'm gonna show you
What
how
what names you mentioned?
I get down.
All right,
Go with
when we're
you.
done with the list,
Yeah, let's go.
you're gonna have to be honest with the audience
All
because
right,
you ain't mentioned all these names. All right, go ahead. Cut.
Are we cutting
Right?
this man?
You cutting them? They cutting them.
I'm
They
cutting,
cutting them.
man. He out of there.
Is he
All
cut?
right,
See?
go ahead.
He
They
gone.
acting like he don't belong on this list.
All right, you
Craig
ready?
Biggio is a great second baseman. All
Five
right, go
more.
ahead. Next one.
5 more. Number 6.
5 more. 2
Bam.
more to. Oh wait a minute. Did they pick any?
No, not yet.
Okay. Ryan Sandberg. It's the first name that me and Zeke thought of last week, is it not? We said
yeah.
all-time second baseman. It's the first name I thought of. It's the first name Zeke thought of. Are you guys keeping or cutting the legendary Ryan Sandberg, MVP, 9-time Gold Glove? You guys picked Ozzie Smith last week because of his defensive prowess. This man won 9 Gold Gloves, 7-time Silver Slugger, 8-time All-Star selection. The great, legendary Ryan Sandberg. Keep or cut.
Go.
Mm.
We running out of options, pimp.
That's on you,
Mm.
man. I'm just
It's on me. You
yeah,
cut
bro.
everybody else. We ain't got no choice at this
This dude.
point.
I'm actually going to probably. I think I might go on Fiverr tonight and and throw out a request to get somebody else to run this in place of me.
Dang.
You complain every single time, bro.
I
You
think I
are
might
just
trust.
terrible.
I think I trust Fiverr more than I'm trusting PZ right now, bro. It's getting thick up in here, man. I'm deferring to you on this one, Zeke.
How many picks we got after this?
We got 4 more after this, man.
I ain't gonna be mad at you, dog.
I, I guess we got to keep them. I can't think of too many other. I mean, I got a couple
I
names in
mean, I
mind, but
can. I can think of like 6 others, but I know this dude ain't gonna bring them up.
Nah, they did his homework. He did some research,
Oh,
and he
ain't no
thinks,
research, man. This is what I do, man.
all right, all
I do
right,
this
all right.
so
So you
much with
keeping her cutting,
my wife,
keeping her
bro. I
cutting.
know baseball, man. I can't help
what you
it,
want
man.
to do? That you want to cut him? We gonna
I'm
put faith
I'm
that
letting you
he.
ride, dog. It's on you, dog. I got you. Go ahead,
We're
man.
gonna keep. We're gonna keep this one.
Keep
Sandberg
Rand
is
Sandberg.
in the
Rhino is the man, dude. I can't
building.
front, man.
We got Sandberg. All
Man,
right.
it's tense in here. It's tense.
Are
Next
you ready?
name on the list,
Number 7 is Bam.
Roger
Keep him.
Hornsby.
That's a keep.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie. I could not put this man on the list. Like, he might be the goat, bro.
Might be.
Might
I,
be.
I I didn't I didn't trust you to know him, but good on you, man.
He might be the GOAT. If you guys don't know, one of the hardest things to do in baseball is to win the Triple Crown. This
Yeah,
man did it twice.
twice,
He
bro.
won the Triple Crown twice. Two-time MVP, seven-time batting title
Chris,
champion.
explain to the audience what the Triple Crown is, bro.
Triple Crown is when you win the batting title, hit the most home runs that season, and you also hit the most RBIs, standing for runs batted in. Very, very hard to do. This man did it twice. And so, like, bro, he at second base, he might be the GOAT there. He just might be.
Bro,
Um,
there ain't no
so
might about it. This dude is the GOAT, man. Like without
okay.
question.
So
Without
we
question.
keeping him or you not?
We're keeping him.
T. You guys are down to one selection left, which is
This
gonna
is
make this
tough,
next
bro.
three selections very, very difficult because you're only gonna be allowed to keep one. You don't know who I got. Could be Willie Randolph.
So
If it is, we're in trouble because he ain't it.
All right. Here we go. Number
Willie Randolph is my all-time favorite Yankee, but he ain't it, bro.
number 8
Yeah,
is Bam.
Okay.
Roberto Alomar, man.
Oh my gosh.
Career 300 batting average, 67 WAR, which is huge, by the way. 12-time All Star. Last week, I will mention you guys picked up Ozzie Smith. This man
you
won
keep
10
talking
Gold
about
Gloves
Ozzy
for.
like Ozzy was trash.
Bro, this man won 10 Gold Gloves. You
Okay.
prize defense. He won 10 of
Bro,
them.
Chris, let
what
him
is
ride with
wrong
that
with
pick.
PZ? Didn't we just last week, man? Ozzie Smith, 13 consecutive gold gloves, bro. 13 years straight. And you're like bragging on this dude because he had 10. It didn't even say 10 consecutive, it said 10. Ozzie Smith
Bro,
had
there's so
13 consecutive, 13 years in a row, man. So you need to stop like trashing Ozzie Smith, man.
but
It's
there's
like
only what my point is it's only three more Gold Gloves for his career than Roberto Alomar. Ozzy only won 13 Gold Gloves in his whole career. This man won 10. It's a three Gold Glove
I
difference. If you're
think I
prizing
think
defense,
with Gold Gloves, you can't just look at the total. The way Ozzy played defense at shortstop, which is a much more demanding position than second base,
it's facts.
was I mean, yeah, he only won three more, but those three more are almost worth as many as
Yeah.
Roberto's 10.
And real quick,
Right?
a Google search shows that Ozzie Smith played 19 seasons. Roberto Alomar played 17. So he's got 3 more in 2 more.
Two more seasons. Right.
So, I mean,
300 batting average for a
strong
career.
pick.
It's hard to do. And he was a switch hitter as well. Fellas, keep or cut.
oh boy, what do we
Uh,
do, Zeke? Because I
cut.
like this dude, man. I
I
like
like
him.
him too. Cut.
Ooh.
Oh, throw that comment up on the screen. That's interesting.
His older brother used to live in Rochester. I know the Alomar. They are cousins with my uncle, but I think we cut. There's better options. Look at
Oh,
that.
okay. There's only two options left,
Oh,
right? Or
so
is
we
there
get the
three?
audience involved. Okay.
Okay.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
so
Throw up
Zeke,
the
you
next
made your
option.
call, bro. We cut him. I
Wait, we
wouldn't
gotta let the
cut him.
Cut.
host
Let's
figure
go.
this out.
Okay.
I mean,
Cut.
let's
I,
go.
I got I got hopes for one more guy on the
I
list.
do too, man. I
I'm
got
not
hope.
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of surprised you cut two people already, but let's see if you made the right choice. Maybe you did. I'm not saying
I
you
would have
didn't.
taken
Maybe you did.
over Rhino, to be honest with you.
So are you guys
Get it?
cutting? You're cutting this
Yeah,
man,
what
right?
Zeke
No,
said,
they cut
Yeah,
him. They cut him.
All right, he's gone. These are the last two. Do I put up number 10 or do I put up number 9?
number 9.
Yeah.
Number 9 is bam.
Rock through.
PC, look at all
MVP,
those home runs, bro.
right? Rock through won the MVP, 7-time batting title champion. This
Look at
is the crazy stat. This is LeBron S stat. 18-time All-Star. And of course, he's got the 3,000 hits to his resume. Very light on the power, 92 home runs. But yeah, rock through. It doesn't say that he won very many gold gloves. So
Well, you know, he
keeper
split his
cut.
time at
Oh,
he
he won
played
one
first
gold
base
glove.
Yeah,
I think he won
he
one.
played first and second.
Yeah.
what were you saying, Dave? He split his time between who teams?
first and second base.
Oh, between first and second. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Do we
Rock through.
hold out for our
Actually,
last name, or
Yeah.
do we
how many
we gonna
picks did
hold
they
out?
pick already?
They have 2 already. They
We
picked
got one more,
They got
right?
Sandberg.
and
Okay, so you
Hornsby.
yes, and Hornsby. So they got one pick left. So if they pick him, they're cutting the next guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
But
holding out, Dave?
we're not picking them
Okay.
because I think
Not
that other guy's going to be here.
okay.
I
So
hope
that
I hope he
means
does the right thing.
I
that
mean, if,
means
But
they
if he's
picked.
not, you know, Fiverr after the show. That's all.
yeah, if
Private
not, then
dog.
you cut.
That means they went
This
with
your last time.
Hornsby. They went
Dude,
with
go to the next.
Ryan
Stop dragging
Sandberg,
this out, man. Go to the next name,
and the
Josh.
last player they picked,
Is bam.
Joe
There it is.
Morgan.
That's who he's waiting for.
Okay,
Joe
thank you.
Morgan.
Joe Morgan.
So they picked Ryan Sandberg, Joe Morgan, Roger Hornsby. I'll be honest with you. Joe Morgan might be the co-goat with Roger Hornsby.
He is the
He
co-goat
Absolutely,
he
without
might be the
question.
co-goat.
Without
Um,
question.
absolutely.
which is crazy because like nowadays, like this generation, they only know Joe Morgan as the broadcaster, right?
Right.
But he was a two-time MVP, and we said last week. I value those MVP awards. Two-time MVP, 10-time All-Star, 5-time Gold
And
Glove.
he
So the
was a
man played
key
defense.
cog in the big red machine.
He was.
Silver Slugger. Yeah, he won championships, obviously, and look at that career wins over replacement.
Yeah,
It's among the highest that
it's
we've
hard
seen.
to beat that, man.
It's hard to beat that at any position.
That dude was a
100
beast.
wins over replacement. He was an absolute monster. And so I don't remember because I put Jose Altuve on there. I think we might have missed one, but I think they probably would have
Yeah, he would have got
passed
cut
on
anyway.
him. He would have got cut anyway. I was thinking about like, man, I think we missed Jose Altuve. I think he belongs on this list when you talk about top 10 all-time first baseman. I think, or second baseman. I think Jose Altuve belongs. But
Yeah, I think you
yeah,
need to get drug tested. I don't believe that
you
at
don't
all.
got Altuve as a
Out of
top
your
10
mind.
second
You are out
baseman?
of your mind, bro. Get drug tested, man. Immediately.
What?
I'm not Jose. Are you serious?
That's that Puerto
Jose
Rican bias,
Altuve.
Dave. You gotta cut him some slack.
Why not Jose Altuve? My man is a
Why
nine-time
Jose
All-Star,
Altuve?
three-time batting champ. He plays excellent defense, won Gold Gloves, won championships, 7-time Silver Slugger. Why not?
Because we're talking about all time greats, man.
Okay, but like top 10? He's not top 10. He's not 10. I think he's better than Jeff Kent.
Can I ask
He
you
just
guys?
made the Hall of Fame.
Can I ask you guys a question? If you had to choose, would you choose Alomar over Sandberg?
I would.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Here's the problem. we don't trust Peasy to do the right thing
Right.
on these lists.
I hear
Right.
you. I hear you,
So I
brother.
wasn't expecting Alomar to be there. I
Me
was
either.
fully expecting Robinson Cano, uh, Alfonso Soriano, Ray Sanchez, um, insert Mets second baseman here.
Yeah. I
I
just
don't
want to
know.
I want to
Carlos Baerga.
I'm appreciating Joe Morgan right now for a couple reasons, man. And number one, because he was there and he kept me from having to go to Fiverr after the show tonight. But also because he
Whatever, Dave.
he miraculously integrated this list that we had. It kept it from being a you know what I'm saying? Y'all
See, now
feeling me,
he's got
right?
you for the next one. He's got you. You have to really come correct. He
Man, listen.
got you.
He he integrated this list, and I'm
Hmm.
happy for that.
Well, I mean, it's funny that you use the word integration because you wouldn't let me put Jackie up there.
Bum, bum, bum.
Ooh.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you why, man, because I'm just saying, man, like
Jackie over Rhino?
I was going, huh?
Jackie over Rhino?
Yes.
No, I would have taken Jackie over Rhino.
Yeah, yeah. But over Alomar though, I wouldn't have taken Rhino or Jackie over Alomar, bro. Alomar,
We didn't know Alomar was going to
I
be on the
know,
list.
man. I know. 10-time gold glove. I just put it up. 4-time silver slugger, bro. 474 stolen bases plus the defense, man. The dude's defense was just, oh my goodness.
How
Listen,
Hmm.
many
that's the
games did
fun of
Alomar
this,
play
We
man.
don't
compared to
have
Jack?
him. Huh?
That's the fun of this. You don't know who's coming next.
We really
Um,
don't.
Look, after your shenanigans with the catchers, I don't trust you. I'm gonna just put it out there. I don't trust you.
See, but
Me
that's
either,
why we
bro.
needed to have the catchers because we needed at least a little mystery to make this a little bit more fun as we go
No,
along.
you. The
There,
only person that had fun that night was you, and maybe Josh because he got to push the buttons.
I do
But
have fun pushing buttons.
that was not fun, bro.
it was fun for me. Anyways,
Yeah, you
oh,
suck.
Alfonso Soriano. You know what? I forgot about Alfonso Soriano. That's a
Yeah,
really
keep
good
it moving.
point.
He's not
He
top 10.
he was good.
He
I
was
wouldn't
good.
put him top
I,
10.
I think with Alfonso, he played second base, but he also played left field, and I think he did
That's
a lot of
true
his damage as an
because
outfielder.
he struggled a lot on defense, and that's why I don't think he would be
I
top
mean, he
10.
did have the 40-40 season, but
He
that was
might
as a
be
left
top
fielder.
20 or top 30 all time though. Maybe,
Not as a second baseman. I think
maybe.
of him more as a outfielder than a second baseman.
That's probably fair. Although he didn't have a very good career in the outfield either.
Um,
Um,
All right,
five.
we got to push it
Yep.
along.
Yep. Yep.
yes, let's keep it moving.
All right, here we
Oh, I didn't
go.
realize how long we went.
9 figures isn't enough.
Yeah,
What?
All right.
throw that video up on the screen. So Odell Beckham Jr. whined about a $900 million contract not being enough to sustain himself. Here's the clip of him talking to, I believe it was
The pivot.
what's his name, the pivot.
All right.
Shout out
You
to the
guys might
pivot.
not be able to hear it, but let's see.
When you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna get my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really 40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting 8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't been in the position, like, oh, well, that would last a lifetime. Yeah, this job that I sacrificed my whole life for, they are giving me that. I didn't ask for the certain dollar amount or whatever, but we weren't taught about no financial literacy and all the way. We
Talk
weren't,
about it all the time.
we weren't taught this skill, and it's kind of like when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league, and I always explain this to people, like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it
All
really?
right.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
replayed, but
Yeah.
fellas. Let's just jump right into it. Um, I think personally, and you guys can take this whatever direction you want to. I'll throw it to you. To me, he perfectly encapsulates his generation. We got and maybe even more than his generation as well. But you got a lot of financial literacy, right? And I'll dig into this a little bit more when I give my take, but I'll just throw this out there so you guys can start picking it apart. Is that I think a lot of people are in that same position where they have outsized expectations. They are unwilling to live below their means. And so they've quickly run into financial issues with money that most of the world would say, hey, you should be able to live for a long time. But before we cast stones, let's just think about this for a second. Do you guys know what the average amount of money um, the average person in the planet makes?
Oh, I don't.
No, right?
You gotta tell us,
Are
please.
we
Average,
talking in
I mean,
yeah,
USD? Are we talking in US dollar?
yes, yeah, yeah, no, yeah. Average person making a lifetime.
Okay,
what's
in
the answer,
US
Pat?
dollar, I would say in a lifetime,
No, no, not excuse me, not in a lifetime.
yearly.
Annually, annually.
All right, cool. Now we're talking. All right, the average person, I don't have an idea, but I would probably guess 25K.
38,000.
38,000, 25K, somewhere between 10,000 and 17,000 US dollars a year. Now, before we go and throw stones, us making 50, right, to 100,000 or more a year, right, and say millions of dollars, he should easily be able to sustain himself for a lifetime. Let's just try to think of most of the world living, and if that's the average, 10 to 17,000, that means you got a lot of people annually that are living on quite a bit less, looking at us 50 to 100 and saying, bro, with that kind of money, you're gonna
Generation.
live forever with that, right? But I'll throw it to you guys. That's my take so far. Get and pick it apart.
Yeah,
Uh,
I'm gonna throw out one name. I'm gonna take this right now. You guys ever heard of the name Marshawn Lynch? Beast
there
Thank
you
you.
mode.
go.
Thank you.
Protect your chicken.
Let's
Listen,
go.
man. If you
Preach on
want to
it.
talk, if you want to talk about the epitome of financial literacy, I guess, as he put it, as OBJ put it, that man came from nothing. Like this dude, like came out of. I remember watching a documentary with Marshawn Lynch, or maybe it was a show, and he brought like this other guy with him, going through his old like where he came from, where he grew up
Yeah,
in the ghetto, bro, like
yeah.
ghetto.
It was
House,
ESPN.
yes, boarded houses, boarded up, crackheads, and, you name it, people on drugs and issues all over the place. And Marshawn Lynch came from that. He didn't know anything. You throw money in any person's hand that comes from that, they're going to be illiterate, no doubt. He wasn't, and like what made him? He knew he knew what it cost to become a pro. He knew what it cost to get some money, and he also realized like, listen, I don't ever want to be back in this situation again. So I'm going to make sure that my future is set. Marshawn Lynch literally taught incoming rookies when he
Yes.
played for the Seattle Seahawks. He taught incoming rookies how to manage their funds. He literally taught courses on this. And so Marshawn Lynch is the epitome of what OBJ isn't. And OBJ literally is a fool for thinking that he can't live for multiple generations on $60 million for 5 years. He's a fool. And he said it. What he said to me summed it all up. He goes, flaunt it. That's the problem. The richest man in the world at one point, Bill Gates, the dude wore Levi jeans, a white T-shirt, and a pair of Converse to like majority of his events. The dude was a billionaire. He could afford any name brand you think of, and he wore regular old people clothes. That's the difference between the wealthy and the illiterate. And OBJ honestly is that. And unfortunately, generation, so many other people are like that because all they see is what they can show, what they can flaunt, what they can brag on, rather than thinking about I'm going to live after my career in the NFL. How can I make my money make money? And unfortunately, that's what the world wants. The world wants. We want a flaunty, flashy guy to just make us laugh and
You're cutting in and out now, Josh.
give us
But
joy.
I think we got the gist of what you were saying, brother. Um, Dave, jump in here.
All right, I'm gonna be real quick. Josh stole my Marshawn Lynch story. I actually was talking to my wife about Marshawn Lynch the other day. We were talking about the Odell Beckham Jr. situation. Two points. Number one, Odell Beckham Jr. He's full of it because when they go through the rookie symposium, they go through classes. They go through weeks of classes on everything on how to date women and be safe as far as your dating life, investments as far as people coming up to you wanting saying, "Hey, I got a great investment for you," blah blah blah. But the money situation is one thing that they do get through the rookie symposium. There are too many Hall of Fame athletes that are involved in the NFL program to help these young men. Chris Carter being one of them.
Mm,
You can't tell me that they're not learning financial literacy from these guys. Um, um, Sterling Sharp is getting involved in that. Donovan McNabb's father did it for forever. He did. That was one of the things that he did. He was involved in that. So for him to come out and say, us, he wants to put it on a community thing. He wants to make it a black thing, saying that we didn't get that. We didn't get that. That's nonsense to me because there are black families that raise their children to have financial literacy. He was literally getting it for free. And I don't believe Odell Beckham Jr. came. I think Odell Beckham Jr. came from a middle class family too. So I don't believe he came. He's a rags to riches story.
right.
My second point, there was a young man that got drafted by the Kansas City Royals, okay? His name was Brady Singer. When Brady Singer got drafted by the Kansas City Royals as a rookie, what he did with his contract money, his signing money, was for Christmas, he gathered his parents around the table and he gave them an envelope. And they were going through it and it's all of these bills, invoices and stuff. He paid off his parents' home and he paid off all of their debt. The envelope had their deed into their house in it and it had all of their bills, all
Hmm.
their debt completely paid off. And I'll never forget a couple of months prior to that, what's the ball kid? Who was the first ball kid? Was it Lee who was the one that LeVar Ball was when his first son that got drafted?
Lamar,
Lamelo
Lonzo.
or
Lamelo,
Lonzo?
A lot. So
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo.
Yeah.
Lonzo Ball. There was a picture of when Lonzo Ball got drafted. There was a picture of his parents sitting in a Rolls Royce that he bought them,
Hmm.
and I'll never forget the contrasting stories that I saw. Here's one kid who obviously the first thing he thought about was getting his parents out of debt and
Hmm.
bringing them to a level where they could live a comfortable lifestyle. They spent their lives catering to him, and now he wanted to cater to them.
Hmm.
And he paid off all their debt. Then you got another kid who bought his parents a Rolls Royce, and all he really did was make more debt for them
Hmm.
because you have to maintain that car. That car ain't gonna maintain itself. You see what I'm saying? And it's a choice, man. I don't want to hear that it's a cultural thing. It's a black white thing. It's a choice. Now I understand that there's literacy that comes along with it. I do. I get it. There's going to be situations where there's homes where that's not learned and it's not taught. I get that. But today with the tools like with YouTube and all of this stuff, there's so many things that the young people can learn, and they can learn from the mistakes of the people that they follow. To all these famous people that they follow going broke. So
Hmm.
that's my take.
Z.
I got 2 points that I picked up from this. Like Dave was saying, they have the tools to be financially literate and take care of their money. The problem is a lot of these young bucks don't listen because they don't want to live that humble lifestyle when they come into this money.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they had at least one or two old heads, quote unquote old heads in the locker room that saw them spending and flaunting. And I would be hard pressed to think that not one single vet in that locker room pulled them aside and say, "Hey, slow down with your spending. You ain't always gonna have it." Because if you've been in the league long enough, we've seen it as spectators. So I'm pretty sure there's some stories in the locker room of players who had teammates who had those big contracts and now they're broke. So you have the tools, you just gotta pick them up and use them. Second of all, I'm kind of disappointed in those brothers on the podcast that they just sat there and it seemed like they were co-signing and
Agreeing.
agreeing
Yeah.
with what he said. Not one of them checked him. Um, because he was talking foolishness. You're not taking accountability for your own actions. That's what I didn't like about what he was saying. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and compare my bank account to his and oh he should be able to do this, he should be able to do that. But if you blew through your money, take accountability for it. Don't blame everybody else for not giving you the financial literacy or not telling you how to take care of your money. You like you said, you buy your mama a house, buy your mama a car. If you buy your mother a house, she don't need a big house if she living by herself. So get her something decent to live in, get her out the hood, but she don't need a mansion. So yeah, I mean, I would take care of my parents, but they wouldn't necessarily have like because like Dave said, you buy them a Rolls Royce, they still got to maintain it. You buy them a mansion, they still got to pay property taxes. So buy them something moderate and look to the future. Like don't just blow through all your money because you got it now. Because in the NFL, not for long. One wrong step, one bad move, and I mean, we just saw with Danny Dimes. We don't know what his career is going to be like after this Achilles injury. He was having a resurgent year, not a resurgent year. He was having a breakout year. I think this is what the Giants wanted him to be, and everything was going good until that Achilles popped. So now it's just thoughts and prayers and hope you can recover and be a decent quarterback. But I mean, in the NFL, one wrong move and your career is over. So protect what you got when you got it.
And the only point that I'll make just is on that is that this is the learning experience for everybody out there. Because this is not just a Odell Beckham Jr. problem. This is a every single one of us problem. You
Hmm.
start making a little bit more money, and if you ever heard of the term lifestyle creep, is when you start making a little bit more, you think you can afford a little bit more, which of course you can, right? And then so you start living at a higher level than what you previously were, and the money continues to run through your fingers. The Bible says that the money like runs through your fingers like sand, right? Um, but there ain't nothing new under the sun. It also says that. And so this is something that happens to so many different people, and it may even be happening to you. You know what I mean? If you remember way back when you ain't have all that fancy stuff in your fridge, right? And now you go out to eat all the time, and maybe you still don't have all that stuff in your fridge. You're just going out to eat all the time. Well, that's lifestyle creep, right? Or you buy a fancier, nicer car when you don't really need that. You can get from point A to point Z, right? Just fine. And you can put all that other stuff into savings or into like, 401ks or accounts that'll help you when you retire and you don't, right? You're not setting yourself up to be in a good situation down the road, or, like my friend, he's a real estate agent. A lot of people, they get approved for these loans and they go with the max value that they get approved for instead of just buying something that they know that they can afford. What happens if you lose that fancy job? Well, maybe you take a step back. Can you still afford it if you took a step back? Or why are you buying a house that you have to be hitting at all levels on, right? And so it's there like, bro, like, this is not just an Odell Beckham Jr. problem, which is why I like this topic. It's every single one of us problem, right? So I don't think we can leave this podcast without at least getting into what very briefly, we won't be long, what very briefly happened at the winter meetings. Just yesterday, Was it just yesterday? It feels like a million years ago. I swear. Like, guys, if you go back and watch the last podcast, I swear I probably was all like black and now I'm all gray just over these last 2 days. Just over these last 2 days. Edwin Diaz, the
Hey yo,
star MLB closer, bro. The star MLB, the Rolaids relief closer of the year, man. He's the best closer in baseball this past season. And the Mets let him walk out the door. He goes to the
for cheap.
Dodgers that just won the World Series. And guess what their only weaknesses on that World Series squad was their
Bullpen.
relievers. Why was it their only weakness? Was it because they didn't spend on the bullpen, Zeke? No. No. They had spent millions and millions of dollars getting all different types of relievers that were great, right? They just underperformed. And so what do? They just reload, man, and they just take the best reliever off of what I thought richest owner in sports. We'll never have to deal with our
It
players getting
didn't cost
taken.
them a lot of money either, man. 23 mil a year ain't nothing for a star closer.
Mm.
It's really not. Zeke, am I wrong for being upset, especially when you consider just last week Cohen got approved to build a casino right outside of Citi Field. The casinos print money, guys. They print money because poor saps go in there with hopes and dreams that they're going to win. And most of the time they don't. It prints money.
Hmm.
Chris,
And you can't afford to keep Edwin Diaz?
I've been saying this for years.
The Mets will Met.
I've been telling you for years the Mets are gonna Met. Now this year they did it at a record-setting pace. Like we didn't even get to the next calendar year. Like it's still 2025, and they've met it twice within the last 3 months or so. Like
Bro, but give me deeper insight than that because this is not only about the Mets metting. This is about the Dodgers that just won back-to-back World Series, managing to get the best closer in baseball over the Atlanta
Chris,
Braves, over the New York Yankees, over
Chris,
other teams in the MLB
Chris,
that have a fighting chance.
Chris, Chris. I knew he wasn't going to the Braves because they don't spend money like that. So I wasn't expecting. I mean, the biggest splash that we made, we just signed Mike Yastrzemski today. Big deal. Uh, okay, that's just par for the course with the Braves. The Dodgers. It's not like the Dodgers had to back up the Brinks truck. 3 years, 69 mil. Which going back to the last conversation, that's a whole lot of money compared to what other players are getting. 3 years, 69 mil is nothing for Edwin Diaz. And if Steve Cohen got beat out on 3 years at 23 per, that's his fault, pimp. I don't know.
It really is. And that's
This ain't
why,
about the Dodgers. This is about
no,
the
no,
Mets all of a sudden being cheap. I mean, they spent all that money on Juan Soto just to watch him. They let Pete Alonso go, so there's no protection in that lineup for Juan Soto. And even if they get to the ninth inning with a lead, who's going to close the game? I mean, bruh, Juan Soto's going to walk 180 times per month because there's going to be no reason to pitch to him. He's going to shatter Barry Bonds' walk record by
he
May
might. He might.
Yeah.
700 million for walks is a lot of money to spend for walks.
for walks
Um,
and terrible defense. Good luck
but
with
I
that.
mean, are we heading to a lockout, Dave? Can tell me, are we heading to a lockout? The Dodgers are sapping up all the good players. When's the last time the Yankees made a big splash in free agency?
Okay, is this a Dodger issue or is this the other 29 teams though?
It's
Are
another
we going to
29.
blame the?
When's
Are
the
we going?
last time another team not named the Dodgers made a really big splash in free agency?
It's not their fault.
I think I think the Yankees made a splash last offseason when we signed Max Fried to the 10-year contract. I wouldn't have given
You
him.
got Max Fried. You got Bellinger. I
Yeah,
mean,
I
that
wouldn't have
wasn't
given
a.
him 10 years, but I mean, I feel like that was a splash. Before that, it was Garrett Cole.
Y'all gave
Bef-
Max 10 years. I thought y'all gave him 7.
nah, 10 years, Daddy. I believe that was 10 years. Yeah,
Max got 10?
yeah. I believe Max was 10 years, man.
Max is old for 10 years, man.
Before that, it was a while before that. When we talk about signings, if we want to talk about, so
Garrett
we
Cole.
got Garrett Cole. Then we had before that. I think it was AJ Burnett and CC Sabathia. That was the last time, and then we got a ring out of that. But now all we got is our GM is getting balder by the day, and there's no end in sight for us finding a replacement. So
How mad would you be if you lose Bellinger and you lose Kyle Tucker this offseason?
I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't be because I wouldn't be surprised, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing
See, but
surprised.
that's the thing. I mean, I would be surprised for you because the Yankees used to be the evil empire. They used to get all the
Used to
free
be.
agents.
But that's why I'm
George
not
is long
surprised
gone,
because we
Phil.
used to be. We not that.
Well, that's true. But like, you would think that King Cohen, stepped in and took that role. You know what I mean? He's supposed to be the man. He's the richest owner in sports,
Bro, I'm gonna
and
keep it
and
real
you
with you. I was excited for you guys when Cohen bought the team because I was like, you know what?
and
Somebody
he's
in
a
New
Mets
York is
fan.
gonna spend some money, man. This dude gonna come in. I was excited to see how he was gonna treat the Mets like his plaything. You know what I'm saying? It's like he got a
Listen,
shiny new toy. I'm gonna come in and spend all the money I want. I'm gonna get everybody. But instead, the Dodgers are doing Magic Johnson and them are doing that over on the West Coast. You know, now
Laughing.
they're aided by the
listen.
fact that they were able to defer Otani's money, so they're living lavishly off of that. But they do have a good TV deal. The Mets have a TV deal too, but they got the richest owner in the game. This dude should be out there. He should be lighting money on fire, bro.
Bro,
I feel like Juan Soto was just the first step to like some kind of like Godzilla move he was gonna pull.
his company is literally the sponsor of the winter meetings. It's like when you see MLB Network doing their broadcast, it says Cohen Resnick
I
right
saw that.
underneath. It's like he's literally the sponsor of the winter meetings. You got outbid on Edwin Diaz, bro, on 3-year contract, and you just magically couldn't afford Pete Alonso when you
And it's not
gave
him though, man. It's the
Frankie Montas
He's
like
trying
a
to he's trying to let the
2-year
GM do his
contract
thing.
last year. To me it's crazy. As a Mets fan and someone who actually I like Pete Alonso. I'm wearing his jersey right now because it might be the last time I get to wear it, where it still feels like
It's
he's a part
definitely
of
gonna be the
the
last
Mets
time you
family.
get to wear it.
I mean, when I wear it, it's like wearing old strawberry jerseys,
Yeah,
right?
It's
yeah.
like a
Where it's just
throwback
there like
jersey now.
it's a throwback jersey all of a sudden, bro, and it's there like, bro, he's the leading all time home run hitter in Mets history, man, and this is
My
just
man
very
got
frustrating.
celebrated, and they was like, "Yeah, that's cool." It's like when Barry Bonds hit 762, they was like, "All right, see
Yeah.
you."
I hate that he broke Strawberry's record and then left. I wanted
He didn't
Strawberry to
leave;
keep
they
that record.
booted him.
No, I'm just saying he's gone. You know what I'm saying? So like, I wish Straw could have kept that record there.
And Juan Soto's not gonna break it because they're not gonna pitch to him. So that record might
Nah,
stand for a while.
it very
Maybe,
well might.
maybe, maybe Jose Lindor hitting in front of Juan Soto,
They
he might
paying
hit
that
some
dude
home
like
runs. I don't know.
800 million to watch him walk like 170 times a year.
It's gonna be bananas, bro. It's gonna be
You know what's
bananas.
gonna
I
be
have no
crazy?
idea what they're gonna
He's
do.
he's gonna try to he's gonna try to leave after that fifth year, and Steve's gonna be like, "Nah, we're gonna kick in that extra money, so now you gotta stay." Because after the fifth
Sure.
year, he can leave, and they can block him and just pay him like 40 million more bucks,
Oh yeah, they'll
and
probably
they
do
would
that.
do that instead of
Oh yeah, they'll do
bringing
that.
Pete. Pete only
But I
got
think
155 for 5 years. Like again, it's a lot of
no
money,
idea.
but it's
Not for
only
him.
155 for 5 years. You can't get somebody who shows up every day. Like Pete Alonso is literally your version of Matt Olson. When he shows up to the park, you know he's playing,
Yeah.
and you know what you're gonna get from him. I mean, as much as I bang on Pete, um, he actually showed up and showed out this year. Like he last couple of years, I remember watching at the All Star game. He was taking ground balls from Ron Washington, and I was mad at Wash. I'm like, dude, that's the ops. What are you doing? But he always wanted to go out and be better. They said he couldn't field. He wanted to become a better fielder. They said he couldn't hit for average. The man, didn't he hit like 260, 270 this year? Something
Yeah,
goofy
he
like
hit for
that.
pretty decent average with
He
with
had a
that kind
pretty
of
decent
power.
all around. And the Mets were like, yeah,
We're
155 too
good.
steep for our blood.
I have
So
no
now
idea
they're
what
gonna
they're
count
gonna
on
do at first base.
Mark Vientos,
Mark
and Brett Baty.
Vientos. Yeah, they're talking about Jeff McNeil. It's just silly stuff, man.
Well,
It's
Jeff
just
McNeil's
silly.
got to play in the outfield because they got rid of Brandon Nimmo too. That was the first
Yeah,
domino to fall.
replaced them with a 35-year-old Marcus Simeon. It's I don't know. I don't know. I was telling I
Y'all
was
got any
telling
prospects
Dave.
we don't know about?
Well, we do got a lot of prospects that we could bring up. We got Jet Williams, who might be able to play second base or shortstop. We still got Luis Angel Acuna. We got Carson Bench that might be able to come up and play
Y'all
center
got
field. He's
plenty of
one of the
money locked up at the middle infield. Y'all not bringing nobody in to replace them. You got Simeon and Lindor.
yeah, yeah. And then we got Beatty and Vientos battling at a third. We need a first baseman, man. We need a corner infielder.
They're not battling it out. Brady's playing third. Vientos is playing first.
He should not be playing first. If they thought Pete's defense was bad at first, just wait until you see Vientos out there. But I think we went way too long on this. Um,
You brought it up.
pray for
I
your
was gonna leave
boy.
it alone.
Pray for your boy, guys,
Poor
because
guy.
Absolutely
Poor
not.
guy.
yeah, I'm already looking for like when does baseball season start in 2027? Because I'm just overlooking 2026 already, man. It feels like it's a long ways away. But I don't really have too much else. I think we're gonna have to skip it happening today because we already went
That's
really
messed up.
long.
More
Yo, that's
Lamar
Um,
Jackson hate.
it's just a quick read, bro.
Yeah, we go to
all
that. We
right,
can skip the weekly roundup and come back to because we
all right.
covered
Let's skip the
everything.
weekly roundup. Go ahead and go to the it happened today, and then we'll close it out.
Bang.
Yeah, on this day back in 2016, Lamar Jackson became the youngest player to win the Heisman Award. And then they disrespected that man and said, "You should play wide receiver." All right, and then Kawhi Leonard on this day back in 2011 signed a multi-year deal as soon as the lockout was over to play for the San Antonio Spurs, and he promptly won them a championship and then like never played for them again.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, fellas, great episode. Had a blast. Before I go, I just want to give just a tributary shout out. My reason why I'm in Virginia is because of my uncle, Nelson, Sergeant Major Nelson Ortiz. He passed away, dear uncle of mine. So we'll be going to his memorial service this Saturday. And so just, special shout out to him. Very influential in my life. And so appreciate all the thoughts and prayers. But I know that God's got them now. But yeah,
That's
holiday
all.
season coming up, fellas.
Yep.
I hope all you guys spend a lot of time with your family, friends, with your loved ones, and really cherish this time that you have together because it goes quickly. But hey, we'll be back here next week on December 17th for another episode of the Opps SportsCast. Guys, great show.